The existence of the universe seems statistically impossible. Among infinite possibilities for nothingness, only one option for existence, and that option happened. We are here. We have atoms. We have consciousness. We can think about the universe. What are the odds? This question is the deepest in all of science. Philosophers call it the ultimate question. Cosmologists refer to it as the existential riddle. Physicists name it the something from nothing problem. But this isn't merely philosophical curiosity. This is the fundamental puzzle we must solve to understand the universe. Because existing is far more complex, far more special, far more difficult to explain than not existing. As Carl Sagan said, the universe's existence is the greatest surprise, because nothing would have been much more likely. But we are here, and this fact itself hides the universe's deepest secret. Think about this. Right now as you read, your body contains 7 octillion atoms. Inside each atom are protons, neutrons, electrons, each particle composed of quarks, bosons, fermions, quantum fields, 4 fundamental forces, the fabric of space-time itself. Where did this enormous complexity come from? And more importantly, why did it come? Leibniz posed this question in 1714. Pourquoi il plutôt quelque chose que rien? Why is there something rather than nothing? The default state should have been nothingness. Mathematically, there are infinite combinations of nothing, no matter, no energy, no space, no time. But only one existence combination, this universe, these physical laws, this cosmic history. Statistically, the probability of nothingness approaches infinity. The probability of existence approaches 0. Yet the 0 probability event occurred. How was this possible? Various answers have been proposed throughout history. First possibility, the God hypothesis, a conscious, purposeful creator. Thomas Aquinas's cosmological argument, everything has a cause, infinite regress is impossible, therefore a first cause minus God. But this pushes the question back one step. Why does God exist? Who created God? If God can exist without cause, why can't the universe exist without cause? Second possibility, brute fact. The universe exists for no reason, just because, as Bertrand Russell said, the universe just is, and that's all. But this violates scientific thinking. Everything must have a cause. The principle of sufficient reason. Nothing occurs without reason. Third possibility, the inevitability of physical laws. Stephen Hawking's view in The Grand Design. Because there is a law such as gravity, the universe can and will create itself from nothing. How does this work? According to Einstein's general relativity, matter and energy curve space-time. But this curvature itself can create energy. Gravitational field energy is negative energy. Positive energy, matter radiation kinetic energy. Negative energy, gravitational binding energy. Alan Gough's inflationary cosmology calculations show the universe's total mass energy and total gravitational potential energy cancel each other out. Net energy point. This means the universe could arise from quantum vacuum without violating energy conservation, because the total energy created is 0. Fourth possibility, quantum fluctuations. In quantum mechanics, nothing is truly nothing. Werner Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, dd25, at very short time intervals, ddt5 delta 3 or, at very short time intervals, ddt, very large energy fluctuations, dd25. Electron-positron pairs constantly appear, briefly exist, then disappear. The Casimir effect demonstrates this. 2 metal plates placed close together experience different quantum vacuum fluctuations between them versus outside, causing the plates to attract. Measurable, testable, real effect. Edward Tryon proposed in 1973, maybe the entire universe is a quantum fluctuation, a giant virtual particle pair, universe and anti-universe. Eventually they'll annihilate, returning to vacuum. Our universe is simply one of those things which happen from time to time. Fifth possibility, the multiverse. Infinite universes, infinite combinations. Ours is just one where conditions for existence randomly came together. Hugh Everett's many worlds interpretation. Every quantum measurement splits the universe. Infinite parallel realities. Alan Gough's eternal inflation. Inflation never stopped, continuously creating new universes. Bubble universes constantly emerging in the multiverse. Lawrence Krauss in A Universe from Nothing shows, in quantum field theory, nothing is unstable. Virtual fluctuations, vacuum decay, false vacuum transitions make something inevitable. The free lunch principle. The universe arose at no cost. Something from nothing, but total energy still 0. Conservation laws not violated. This is an elegant solution, but it opens deeper questions. Why these particular quantum laws? Why the Heisenberg principle? Why this exact mathematical structure of physics? But there are problems with multiverse theories. Karl Popper's falsifiability criterion. Untestable theories aren't scientific. We can't access other universes. Direct observation impossible. Some physicists consider multiverse bad science, untestable speculation, philosophy masquerading as physics. Another approach, the mathematical universe hypothesis, Max Tegmark's proposal in Our Mathematical Universe. The universe is mathematics itself. Physical reality is a mathematical structure. Atoms, forces, space-time, all mathematical objects. Numbers, equations, symmetries. In this case, the universe exists because mathematics exists, and mathematics is necessary truth. The Platonic realm has eternal existence, 2 + 2, 4, regardless of the universe's existence. Mathematical structures exist abstractly. The physical universe inhabits one of these structures. Why was our universe chosen? Because it's a structure that can contain self-aware observers. The pattern where mathematics can create conscious experience. This is profound. But why does mathematics exist? Where does the Platonic realm come from? What is abstract existence? The infinite regress problem remains. Now consider a more radical possibility. The universe exists because nothingness is logically impossible. Ludwig Wittgenstein. There is no such thing as nothingness, because nothingness is also something. Even nothing carries conceptual content. True nothingness might be mathematically self-contradictory. If nothingness cannot be defined or conceived, it cannot exist. Parmenides said 2,500 years ago, being is, non-being is not. Tautological but profound. Being is the fundamental category. Non-being is a pseudo-concept. Modern logic shows nothing exists is self-refuting. If nothing exists, the statement itself doesn't exist. Contradiction. In this case, something is inevitable. Being is more fundamental than non-being. Existence is the default state. Quantum field theory supports this. Vacuum isn't empty space, it's filled with quantum fields, zero-point energy everywhere. Nothingness, as classically conceived, is quantum mechanically impossible. Always fluctuations, always potentials, always virtual activity. Even empty space has Heim-Nihau energy per harmonic oscillator mode. Infinite energy density. The vacuum is richly structured. Maybe ultimate reality is pure potentiality. Infinite possibilities, some constantly actualizing. Process philosophy, following Alfred North Whitehead, sees reality as becoming rather than being. Everything consists of temporal processes. The universe is continuous transition from potential to actual. We're living in the actualization process. Ongoing creation, not finished product. From this perspective, our question is wrong. Instead of why something rather than nothing, ask why these specific somethings, why this particular actualization pattern. The universe's existence is inevitable, but its specific form is mysterious. Why these physical laws? Why these constants? Why this cosmic history? Information theory offers another perspective. The universe is information processing. Physical laws are computational rules. Reality emerges from information patterns. John Wheeler's it from bit. Every physical quantity derives from binary information. Matter, energy, space-time, all information. Digital physics. The universe is a giant computer simulation. Cellular automaton. Quantum computation. Discrete space-time. In this case, the existence question becomes, why information? Why computation? Why pattern recognition? Why mathematical regularity? Maybe information is more fundamental than matter or energy. Reality is quantum information processing. Consciousness-based approaches are emerging. The universe exists because consciousness exists. Mind is more fundamental than matter. Idealism. George Berkeley's essay Es percipi, to be is to be perceived. The physical world is projection of mental activity. German idealism. Fichte, Schelling, Hegel developed this further. Absolute spirit self-manifesting through nature, history, consciousness. Modern versions. John Wheeler's participatory universe. Observer effects. Measurement problems. Delayed choice experiments suggest consciousness shapes reality. Quantum mechanics measurement problem. The Schrödinger equation describes unitary evolution, but measurement causes wave function collapse. Where does collapse come from? Roger Penrose and Stuart Hameroff propose consciousness involves quantum gravity effects in brain microtubules, objective reduction, quantum coherence creating awareness. Maybe consciousness and existence co-emerge. Neither is prior. Dualistic approach avoiding the chicken and egg problem. The universe exists because consciousness is possible. Consciousness is possible because the universe exists. Mutual dependency, circular causation. This avoids infinite regress. No ultimate first cause needed. Circular self-sustaining system like a strange loop. Eastern philosophy embraces this. Taoism, yin-yang mutual arising, no priority given to either. Buddhism, pratitya samutpada, dependent origination, everything interconnected. Hinduism, Brahman self-manifesting, consciousness and being unified. Western philosophy rarely entertained this, but it's growing. Process philosophy, systems theory, complexity science all point toward relational reality. Modern physics hints in this direction. Quantum entanglement shows non-local correlations. Observer effects suggest reality isn't independent of measurement. Non-locality indicates reality is relational, not substantive. Carlo Rovelli's relational quantum mechanics: no intrinsic properties exist. Everything is relational, context-dependent. Loop quantum gravity shows space-time as discrete, relational minus pure relations without underlying substance. Maybe we're making a fundamental mistake, thinking of existence as a property. The universe exists, assumes existence is an attribute of the universe, like color or mass. But existence might be process, not state, happening, not being, verb, not noun, activity, not thing. Heraclitus understood this. Panta rei, all flows, nothing static. The universe is constantly becoming, never simply being. Process cosmology takes this seriously. The Big Bang wasn't a creation event, but a phase transition in eternal becoming process. No before Big Bang because time itself is process. No outside universe because space itself is process. No container, only contained activity. Existence is self-generating process, like a strange attractor in chaos theory, complex, emergent, self-sustaining dynamics, creating stable patterns from chaotic flux. In this case, the ultimate answer: the universe exists because existence is what the universe does. Being is the momentary crystallization of becoming. Nouns are frozen verbs. We're not separate observers of an existing universe. We're temporary patterns in the existence process, whirlpools in the stream of becoming. Carl Sagan's famous quote from Cosmos: "We are a way for the cosmos to know itself." But deeper, we are a way for existence to exist consciously. Through our consciousness, existence achieves self-awareness. The universe isn't just being, but knowing its being. This gives cosmic meaning to our lives. Our existence completes the universe's self-existence. Observer and observed unified in one process. Final perspective. The question itself might be flawed. Why does the universe exist? Assumes duality between existence and non-existence. But maybe non-existence is a conceptual impossibility. Pure nothing is a meaningless concept, self-contradictory. To think nothing, you must think something. To conceive non-existence, consciousness must exist. If non-being is impossible, then being is necessary. Existence is the default state, not a lucky accident, but inevitable reality. Modern cosmology approaches this. Quantum vacuum, zero-point energy, virtual particles, empty space is richly structured with potentials. Maybe the ultimate lesson: gratitude. We're here not by astronomical luck, but by deep necessity. Existence expresses itself through trillions of galaxies, billion-year evolutions, conscious beings questioning their own reality. Every moment, the ultimate mystery made manifest. Every thought, existence knowing itself. Carl Sagan: somewhere something incredible is waiting to be known. But the incredible truth, that somewhere is here, that something is existence itself, that knowing is happening now. The universe exists because existing is the universe's nature. Existence isn't the universe's essential property. Existence is what the universe does, and we are part of this process. Temporary vortices in the existence stream, momentary awakenings in the cosmic dream. We are not separate from the mystery. We are the mystery, investigating itself. This realization offers the ultimate answer to why the universe exists, because existence loves itself into being. Through us, the universe loves its own reality, and this love is deeper than any rational justification. Love needs no reason. Love is self-evident, self-creating, self-sustaining. Maybe the universe exists because love exists, and love exists because existence is a magical, mysterious, infinitely creative self-expression. We are that love, questioning itself, discovering itself, celebrating itself. This is the most beautiful answer to the ultimate question. The universe exists because existence is beautiful, and beauty is its own justification. Beauty needs no explanation beyond its own radiant self-evidence. We are existence becoming beautiful enough to ask why it exists, and in that asking the answer blooms, because asking itself is beautiful.